Dorothy. I like the couch series, although I don't even think it's just the couch series. It's just the couch.
This is just the couch.
It's just the couch. It's not even a series
Forever,
anymore.
moving forward.
I like it better.
Same.
So there's two storm chasers, and they're on the brink of a divorce.
Oh, sheesh.
And they must work together to create an advanced weather alert system by putting themselves in the crosshairs of extremely violent tornadoes.
Dorothy? Fuck yeah.
No, this isn't Wizard of Oz. This is Twister.
What?
1996's Twister. The movie stars... It's first off, you've seen this movie, right?
So many times.
Yeah, it's a good one. Did you see this in theater when it first came out?
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah.
At least once. It made me want to be a storm chaser.
Yeah.
And... or just in general, just go at least once and chase tornadoes.
I think that's why I get really excited when I was living in Austin.
Yeah.
Tejas. Apparently there was a tornado couple miles away from where I was living.
Yeah.
And someone texted me out there and they're like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I don't watch the news or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, yeah, sure, yeah, why, what's up? And she was like, "Oh, well, there's just a tornado really close by, so stay away from windows and stuff." I was like, "Oh, I'm watching Twister right now." And she's like, "That's not funny." I was like, "I'm not trying to be funny. I love this movie. I'm literally just watching Twister right now." But it got me excited. I wasn't scared. I was just like, "Damn, here's my Bill Paxton moment. Let's go."
I'm like, where you at?
Well, all right, let's talk about the movie that we could kind of. I'd be curious to know on who would you be if you were in the movie Twister?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's it. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say it for myself. I would probably be Dusty, man. It'd probably be Dusty.
Food.
Food. So this movie stars, speaking of Philip Seymour Hoffman, because he's just one of the amazing actors in this movie.
Yes.
This movie has just the best cast ever. The movie stars Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, the great Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jamie Gertz, which if you don't know who that is, that is Star from Lost Boys.
Yes, it is.
Also, my name was...
We got cows.
Yeah. And a little fun fact, my name was going to be Star because of that. If I was a girl.
I'm just going to call you Star now.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We got Todd Field, which if you don't know, he is an amazing director himself. He just directed Tar. He directed In the Bedroom. And I'm drawing a blank... Little Children, I think, is the other one. Solid filmmaker himself. Sean Whalen, which I don't think we released. No, we didn't release it yet, but we do talk about Sean Whalen on our That Thing You Do podcast, which will be coming out pretty soon. Alan Ruck.
Hits Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Speed.
Oh, we're going to get there. So this cast is fucking...
Wait, hello.
What?
Cary Elwes.
Yeah.
From The Princess Bride.
That too. That was next. So
and Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yes.
And Saw.
And James Wan's Saw. The cast is just awesome. And if you didn't know, Alexa Vega played young Joe Harding.
I didn't know that.
And Alexa Vega is most known from her role as Carmen Cortez in the Spy Kids movies.
Cute. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
And cute puppy.
Now let's get back to talking about Speed for a second.
Please.
This movie was directed by the wonderful Jan de Bont, who had a very successful career as a DP.
Yeah.
But this was his second feature that he made after Speed.
So good. I think I told you this when I went to watch this movie for this podcast. It's not streaming anywhere. And I was
Which is weird.
That feels like a missed opportunity because Twisters is coming out, right?
Yeah, full disclosure, we are not doing this episode just to coincide with Twisters. Not at all. Why would we do that?
No.
Algorithm, what?
Give me a reason, though, to talk about this movie and I'll take it. But I was like... oh, now I have to either buy it digitally or find my DVD of it. And then I was like, oh no, because recently we went to some thrift store and I found Twister and Speed on VHS. So I was able to watch my VHS version of
That's
Twister.
awesome.
But it's funny because at the top it's from the director of Speed. Dun, 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 dun. And I was like, serendipitous that I bought them together.
Oh, I didn't even look this up. Is the same composer that did Speed? Look this up for me. Fact check this. Since you have your phone in your hand, and I have an iPad in my hand too. I guess I could have checked it.
You could have.
Did the same composer do Speed as well as Twister? Because where the fuck are these vinyls at? Where the fuck are these vinyls at? Death Waltz or Mondo or Waxwork or someone?
Someone, please.
Jesus Christ. Will there be records coming soon? We're just going to release all the bangers.
Yeah, because it was Mark Mancina.
So it was the same guy?
He arranged the music, it says. I don't know what the difference in credit. Let's see. Yeah, for Twister.
Just arranged.
Interesting.
Yeah, look into that. Needs more research.
Well, for Twister, it says conductor/orchestrator uncredited. For Speed, it says music arranger, orchestrator.
Oh, so it sounds like someone else did the score and he took it and like just made it better. That's all I'm getting out of this. Love that for him. So anyways, this movie was written by Anne Marie Martin and our beloved Michael Crichton. On last week's episode, we dived deep into Jurassic Park, and of which Michael Crichton has wrote the book and the screenplay for. And Anne Marie is actually Michael's wife.
Cute.
So they were just like, hey, let's
teamwork,
get our bone on and our work on and make $2 million. Because that's how much they got paid to write this screenplay.
Good for them.
Which was one of the highest paid writing people at that time. That's crazy.
I'm in a 10 out of 10. They knocked it out of the park.
They did. It was a very fun movie. This movie was technically an Amblin picture. It was produced by Steven Spielberg, Kathleen Kennedy. I don't think it was publicized that much, though, that it was an Amblin picture, because I don't ever really recall seeing the Amblin logo for this movie. For Twister, however, with Twisters coming out, they're fucking pushing that shit. They threw that right in the front. They're like, this is an Amblin movie. This is going to be a fun movie. That's all I got out of it. So, there's that. And then I got a bunch of trivia on this movie. I mean, this movie just overall is just fantastical. It's I wouldn't ever say it's probably like a favorite of mine, but
I would say that about me.
It's like I'll watch it anytime it's on, but I wouldn't be like, oh, it's my favorite movie.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie, but it's definitely same.
Yeah,
I will never put this movie on and be like, nah, it's not for me today. You know. It always works.
Totally. Oh, absolutely. It's a definite go-to movie.
You've never seen it miss this house and miss that house and come after you.
Just such a again, shut up, you survived. Time to grow up.
Oh man, because it's funny, it's dramatic.
It's so funny. It's got a killer score.
The score's great.
It's got
the storm scenes are so solid.
So good. And we're gonna touch on all that.
We have our villain.
The villain, good old Cary. But first, what kind of pie do we got here?
Why don't you tell us about that?
Oh, yeah, I picked it up. So the reason why I got this pie, I guess I should have taken a photo of it or shown first, but it just looked like a hot mess. So it's a blueberry crumble pie, I believe. So it just looked like a hot mess. And I was like, Twister, I don't know. That's what tornadoes do.
They
leave a hot mess.
They leave a hot mess behind.
So I'm going to try this guy.
I love a blueberry. And where did you get this?
Got this at the farmer's market. Couldn't tell you who made it, though. Sorry.
But we thank them.
But thank you. Ain't bad. Mm-hmm. Been pulling back on the sweets, so this is kind of... I don't even know if I want to eat all this. Kind of just want just a little bit.
I like that they're whole blueberries. It's not necessarily just a blueberry compote,
Totally. It's not...
like a jam, if you will.
Yeah, it's not very sweet. I mean, it is, but it's not it doesn't taste like it's fake.
The top, no, it doesn't. The top part kind of feels like a scone texture.
So after Bill Paxton died in 2017.
I love this. I love this so much.
What?
This story that you're about to tell.
How do you know what it is?
Because that sentence reminds me of what they did when Bill Paxton passed away. And it's fantastic.
Spotter, no, it's just funny. Like, wait, how do you know this? Have you seen my notes? Spotter Network choreographed 200 storm chasers to spell out BP with their GPS tracker blips on a radar displayed to honor him. This kind of tribute had only been done 5 times before, and it was the first time it had been done for someone who wasn't a storm chaser.
Did you see the picture?
I didn't.
It's really sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking Bill. If you don't know who Bill Paxton is, I guess I should say. I don't know. He's been in a lot of great movies. He was in Titanic. He was in
Near Dark.
Aliens. Near Dark. He even went on to direct movies himself. He did a great, which I think is just an insanely underrated movie called Frailty. It stars Matthew McConaughey, and it's just that movie's so good.
So good. We should do an episode on that.
Damn, we should. Yeah, I would like to do that. Yeah, that movie's like nobody talks about that.
No
movie,
one.
I feel New Bev ain't playing that. They're just like, play Black Mamba, White Mamba, Frailty who? Here's some funny trivias about this. With a very loud and bass-heavy surround channel, this film was notorious for destroying surround speakers in theaters worldwide. I'm like...
Wait, that's amazing.
Now, once again, this is just half-ass internet research, so
You know what
I
that
don't know
makes
if
me
it's
think
100%, but...
Those old, was it THX commercials with the guy sitting in front of the thing and it's like blowing everything
that's the
away?
Maxwell. That was the Maxwell cassette.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because that's
I
what
thought
their
it was
image
like-
was. It was just because like the sound is like the best.
It was so funny. Just stuff floating away because like they're sitting in front of the speakers. Love it.
Oh, I think it's so good. And while we're on, like, because we love a good sound design.
Oh, we do.
We're literally just talking about sound design.
Literally, were just before we
how
podcasted.
it could help a movie or not help a movie.
Yeah.
A recording of a camel's moan was slowed down and used as the sound of the tornado.
Interesting.
I'm assuming Lucas's people maybe did the sound work on
Probably.
this. Especially like being Amblin, Spielberg.
Yeah.
Steve was just like, George.
They have their hands in everything.
Yeah.
Though. Like
yeah,
anything
that's
big.
True. Yeah, that is true. A jet engine from a Boeing 707 was used to generate wind in some scenes.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to two movies this weekend, and at the AMC Universal, they have the costumes from Twisters that's coming out. And I forget who it was, but I feel like it's what's his face? Glenn Powell's costume didn't have any shoes. And we joked about how it was because, like, you know, in the last scene in Twister where they're like floating up, that like the Twister sucked his shoes off.
That's pretty funny. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens in this new one.
So he doesn't have any shoes. And it's not true, probably, but
I mean, who knows? His shoes just got
taken away.
That or
Because
just-
everyone else had shoes.
which is also just kind of funny because maybe he was just like, I'm keeping these shoes.
Yeah. These are mine now.
Yeah, he's like, thanks, I need a new pair. In a public Q&A at a screening of the film, Bill Paxton said he didn't meet executive producer Steven Spielberg until a year and a half after finishing the movie. He said Spielberg greeted him with, thanks for making me a lot of money. Fucking pib. Speaking of Spielberg, I guess a spoiler alert, just a heads up, but it's kind of like just sets up the entire movie. So I don't think it necessarily is a spoiler alert at the end of the day. It was Steven Spielberg's idea to kill off the father in the opening scene. Originally, he would have survived, but it was decided his death would establish how dangerous tornadoes can be and the reason for Joe's obsession with them later in life. Like, yeah, I mean,
I think that totally makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, good job, Steve. You
Yeah.
know story so well. I love it. But also, it's like, imagine if the dad didn't die. Like, what would be the motive?
What would be the driving factor for her?
Yeah. Because other than that, I would just be like, you're fucking annoying.
Yeah. Like, it makes sense to have such a traumatizing thing.
Totally, absolutely.
be your
drive you.
motivator.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, Steve. This is why you're the best.
We love him. We love that man.
We love a Steve.
We love a Stevie Spielberg.
Go check out the Jurassic Park episode posted last week.
Yes.
Anyway, this is the first movie released on DVD and the last released on HD DVD.
Interesting.
You look so like blown away by that. You're like,
well, because it's like that's a double whammy.
what do you mean?
First,
Well, what's up?
First on DVD, last on HD.
I mean, HD DVD didn't really last that long.
No.
So, because there was like HD DVD, and then what was the other one? It's like HD DVD and something else. There were competition. There was one that was like a brown box. I think that was the HD DVD, and then there was another one that was kind of like a black.
I feel like HD was black.
I forget what it was. I don't know.
The other one I don't remember at all.
There was like a brown like casing one. Ultra DVD?
Oh no, it was totally Ultra.
Was that what it was? I forget what it was.
There was an Ultra. I don't know if Ultra was in competition with HD, but
yeah, it was totally like those two. That's why like one of them like dipped
because Ultra had that like silver label at the top.
It was like silver and like brown casing.
Yeah,
it was like some ugly. It
was ugly.
It was just ugly looking. And then Blu-ray came in. I was just like, fuck you both. At around 42 minutes, according to the book on the making of the movie, which now I'm curious to, I got to find this making of the movie book.
Where's the criterion for this?
Yeah, where's it at? The CGI cow picked up by the Twister sisters was originally a CGI zebra from Jumanji's 1995 Jumanji, not that rock bullshit.
Whoa. Why are we throwing shade at Jumanji?
I'm saying not the good Jumanji.
The rock one is great.
Anyway, so it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's great.
It's so funny. Jack Black, and I'm hijacking this episode. It's now Jumanji.
Go for it.
Jack Black in that
New
movie.
New Jumanji too.
10
Retention
out of 10.
rate just went down.
I can't.
They're not bad. They're not bad movies.
The second one,
it ain't no
take
Jumanji,
it or leave
Jumanji.
it. But the first one is like the new one is so good.
I'll give you that.
Thank you.
It's fun. It's fun.
Moving on. Thank you. Just needed to defend that movie for a hot sec.
Okay. Okay.
Proceed.
The explosion of the oil tanker was originally mistimed. It was not caught on film. The Bont decided not to tell the studio immediately. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck the studio.
It's like, we're going to keep this under wraps, please.
Yeah, and the stunt was reset and filmed again, costing a rumored $500,000. I love Jan de Bont for that.
Jan.
Just being like, shh, just reset that shit.
So we're not going to tell the studio.
Yeah. Don't tell Warner. Don't tell Steve.
This is a closed set, everyone.
Yeah. The project was a co-production between Universal Pictures and Warner Brothers Pictures. That is why the drive-in marquee shows Psycho 1960, a Universal release, and The Shining playing, a 1980 release from Warner Brothers. I found that interesting.
Do you remember, because you also grew up on the East Coast, and so you went to Universal Orlando. Do you remember the Twister thing there?
I remember that and like the Hitchcock like showing thing that they did, like how they did like certain things in Hitchcock. Yeah, man.
So good.
So good.
I loved it.
Back.
Bring it back. That was so cool.
Although I think there's something there now that plays on Twister.
Really? I haven't been in a hot minute.
It's nothing like what you're talking about.
That was so cool.
That shit was awesome. The whole like the tin rattling thing.
And then
the
there was actually a Twister.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So cool.
We had it so much better than you Gen Zers.
It's true. That's old people.
At least for amusement parks.
Yeah.
And probably a lot of other things. Anyway.
Moving on.
This was supposed to be an R-rated film.
Why?
And it featured a lot of profanity.
Oh, I'm glad they took it off. You don't really need it.
And grislier wound details.
I would have enjoyed that, though.
The film was edited down to a PG-13 in post-production, which this is why I'm just kind of like, I need to find what I'm about to say next.
Okay.
Edited down to a PG-13 in post-production, which caused additional scenes with Cary Elwes and Philip Seymour Hoffman to be left on the cutting room floor due to content alone.
I believe that.
Other profanities throughout the film were muted or replaced to secure the PG-13 rating. Now I'm just kind of like, I mean, I can totally see Hoffman's character cursing way more.
Same. Or saying like inappropriate things.
Yeah. I can't really picture Cary's character saying much curse because he didn't come off like much of a cursor. He's just
an asshole.
He's an asshole. He's a villain in the movie, but like he was like a very kind. Like he was very soft.
Yeah.
For like a villain. Like he was just like,
100%.
all right, guys, we need to just go this way.
He was just kind of like snarky and a jerk.
Yeah.
Maybe it was his spoiler alert, like death scene or something. Maybe was a little bit more like than just like.
Maybe. Because they just get like, they don't even really show it.
Something flies through the windshield, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But you just see his like, ooh, face. And then that's it. And then it cuts. And then they go, ooh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe it was. I want to release the R-rated cut, Warner Brothers.
Give us the R-rated version of Twister.
Give us the Jan de Bont cut.
Criterion. Just gonna keep saying that. The Criterion collection sale is going on right now. So Jay and I.
Laura Dern and Tom Hanks were considered for the roles of Dr. Joe and Bill Harding. I would have totally taken Laura Dern for sure, but not Tom Hanks.
Yes, I could see Laura. I was going to say the same thing. I could see Laura Dern in that role. However, I enjoy Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton.
Keep Bill. Bill's not going anywhere. Helen, I mean, she's fine for the movie. Like it works. It totally worked. But yeah, after I saw that, like, oh, Laura Dern was like, I'm like, bro, Laura Dern all the way.
I love Laura Dern.
Any day of the week.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But yeah, definitely not Tom Hanks though. I literally like.
That's a weird choice.
It would have been whiny.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say like Tom Hanks is whiny, but like
I know what you mean though.
He just like
Tom Hanks in that day.
Yeah.
I get it.
In 96, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
What was he doing? Philadelphia? I think it was 94. So it would have been like just serious and whiny.
No, I think Bill nailed it.
While we're talking about casting decisions, Christopher McDonald was considered for the role of Dr. Jonas Miller, but was already committed to Happy Gilmore in 96.
Oh, that's funny.
Where he coincidentally plays a similar arrogant, smug villain. Alec Baldwin, Peter Green, and Hugh Laurie were also considered. Yeah, dude, if Shooter McGavin was in that role, it would not have worked.
No, me either.
Would not have worked. Just being like,
yeah,
gotta go get the chases, gotta go get the twisters.
The twisters.
There's so much more information online about this movie. I didn't really know what else to snag, but overall,
I think to go to jump off of the casting choices, I think it's interesting that what's her name, Mira Sorvino was supposed to be Star's part, but she didn't want to dye her hair brown, which is like such a weird.
I mean, that shit's a lot, especially on a woman.
Throw on a wig.
Wigs are bad in 2024.
That's true.
Can't even imagine.
No, that's so true. I talk about that all the time
96.
where I'm just like, can't get past it.
Oh my god, they're so bad. Like, guys, we need to work on the wig situation in Hollywood, please.
Did you see this in theater? Did I ask that already?
I definitely seen it in theater. I think I agreed with you when you said that.
Yeah. I
think I even remember getting there. Cause the one theater I used to go to when I was a kid, the good old Atco Multiplex. They used to give out these like mini poster like things when you guys. I definitely had a Twister one.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was literally like a little movie poster size thing of that.
A lot of them were like that. There were some that were like a play on like whatever the type movie was. There was actually a store in Burbank when I like first moved out here. I don't even know what the hell that store was called, but they used to sell like them all the time. They had like a Frighteners one. I should have just snagged them all.
I feel like Bearded Lady used to have stuff like that. They definitely had like the matches with because I have a Trick or Treat one.
Are you looking forward to the new one?
At the risk of sounding dramatic, it's one of my most anticipated movies of the year.
No, how I'm looking at this Twisters movie is like how I'm looking at like Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just going to be a fun movie. Yeah. I'm not going in with any expectations. No. I just want to go have fun.
Same. And I know I've told you before because I know there's like that whole, we've had this discussion where everyone's like, when are the movies coming back? And I'm like, I think Twisters, everyone, because I haven't met a single person that's like, I guess like everyone that I bring it up to, they're like, I'm so excited about it. I think it's gonna do well.
I hope it makes all the money.
Me too. So we get more
just so
of those, like not Twister movies, but I mean, I wouldn't be bummed.
I don't know. I'd be mad if there was a lot of just like Twister type.
4.
Like, yeah, we'd be getting in like Sharknado territory at that point.
That's
I think.
fair.
Like,
but
just,
like more of that
movies.
vibe of, you
just
know.
fun. Just give me fun movies like Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
I would love to talk about Top Gun Maverick on an episode.
Let's
but like
do
that
it.
movie was just beyond so much fun. It brought asses back into seats.
Yeah.
It like we don't get that anymore. Everyone's trying too hard. Just give me a fun movie.
I just want to have fun when I go. And I don't want to sit there for 3 hours every time.
How long is this new Twister?
I don't know. But NetWatch is like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I'm like, we're gonna not speak on that just yet. Hold on. 2 hours and 2 minutes.
I'll take it.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm really excited about it.
Benjamin Wallfish did the score, which he has done the score for Blade Runner. I want to say he did Invisible Man. Oh, that's something I want to talk about is the score with this movie. There's the score, like especially like the opening scene or any scene where like we're getting ready to experience a tornado about to happen. Mm-hmm. There's like this like growling like cello work that's going on. It's like,
yeah.
Like, it's just like it's the most haunting type of noise
so
ever, and I love it.
Yeah.
And someone needs to release this score, please.
It's never been released on vinyl.
On vinyl, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think the score is pretty cool in this movie, but also like Van Halen totally rocked out some couples jams for the song.
Hell yeah!
You know, good old Van Hagar during that time period. But anyway, I don't really have much else to say about Twister. What do you got? You look like you have a whole bag of emotions that you want to talk about.
I could keep going probably, but I mean nothing like super poignant. Just like talking about how much I love it. You know,
it's a great movie. It's a really fun movie. If I'm kind of curious if a lot of people haven't seen Twister.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you haven't seen Twister.
Has anybody not seen Twister?
Because it's a fun just summer movie.
Yeah.
Like it's like, you know,
it's so quotable. You know what this movie always made me want to do was see The Shining in a drive-in theater.
It's so long. I was just thinking of like how my butt would be hurting in my car seat, but
just get a little donut or whatever, you know.
Just get a little donut.
Well, because you could always just like back in.
I tried doing that with my car. I don't think it worked so well.
I love that setup.
When I had
just put the seats down, put like a whole.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's basically like Synestia, but in your trunk.
I did that with when I had the Land Cruiser.
I love a drive-in. One thing that I loved about the pandemic was that it brought drive-ins back.
Yeah. Well, there was a movie though that came out during was it Tenet? I think it was Tenet came out.
Yeah.
And like they did like the drive-in, you know, whole situation. So many people are mad at that. They're just like, this movie's not the drive-in type movie. It's like, no shit, bro.
It's really not.
Like, fucking people did.
Oh man. like Beyond Fest at the drive-in.
Yeah.
Was so sick.
We saw Black Christmas at the drive-in.
Black Christmas.
We saw Silent Night Deadly Night at the drive-in too.
Yeah.
There was a couple because I was going through pictures. I had to go through pictures to try to find something not too long ago.
I had my Santa onesie. Yeah. For Black Christmas.
I had, I think, a reindeer.
You did.
It was like brown DJ thing.
Yeah. The best. That was fun.
It was a good time.
Good time. More drive-ins, please.
I mean, I think they still have them out here.
They do, but that Mission Tiki closed. The one that we went to.
Oh yeah, but there's other ones though.
For sure.
Mission Tiki was just like OG.
I loved that one because the way that the parking was set up was legit. I feel like a lot of the other ones felt very makeshift.
Totally.
But that one was like, you could see wherever you parked.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it was like a legit drive-in theater because they even had like the snack bar like off, like it was on grounds but off like near like where the parking is and stuff. It was a very, very cool.
Loved it.
I'm glad I got to go there a couple times, but
me too.
Yeah. Rip.
All right, but that's really that was the last piece of
that's it for Twisters, I would say. Definitely check out Twisters. Twister. It's not streaming on HBO Max for some weird stupid reason. Well, you would think they would try to capitalize on that, like how we're capitalizing right now because Twisters comes out
around the time
that we're dropping this. So maybe I don't know. I don't know how we'll
Maybe it'll be
update
back.
on Twisters.
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe we'll be back to.
Like
well, maybe
fucking up your-
we'll drop it on how we thought about Twisters on an episode. I'll have to time it out.
Oh, we should.
I'll have to time it out. Something I gotta figure it out. But I'll be busy, so who knows? Might not work.
You will be busy. We're doing
Anywho.
our best here.
We are trying to coincide.
Here at Will There Be Pie.
Yes. Okay.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
put right there. Here. We'll be fine.
Bye.